Our goal is to have a high-quality teacher in every classroom, a high-quality principal in every building, and a high-quality supporting services staff person in every position. In order to do that, we've created 3 professional growth systems, one for teachers, one for administrators, and one for supporting services staff.
The supporting services professional growth system is different than the teachers or the principals and administrators in that we have 8,500 support professionals, 450 job classifications in schools, in other locations that do all of those jobs that are not teaching and not being a principal.
The quality of your building, the cleanliness of your building, the waxed floors, the manicured lawns. It creates pride, it creates family. They're all significant to achievement, they're all significant to development of our children. Whatever the function is, it's significant and critical to the overall work that everyone does.
By professional growth systems, it means that even in the year you're not being evaluated, you're in part of the growth cycle. The evaluation for supporting services employees is based on 7 competencies. And those 7 competencies start with commitment to children. All of our professional growth systems really begin with the commitment to children. And of course, knowledge of job is very important. It does require an awful lot of commitment on the part of all the parties, and we really got that through the collaborative effort we created with our union leadership, letting everybody know that this was important and taking it back to their membership and getting the buy-in and the commitment to doing the hard work.
If you're closed-minded to this, you think that you're already improved to being the best at what it is you're doing, that there's nothing else you can learn, yeah, you're going to have a problem with this system, because the systems are about the reflection and looking at yourself, being honest, and it's about learning, and it's about change.
It's about growth. It's not about gotcha. It's about what do we need to help you get better in your job so that you can deliver a higher quality product at the end, which will be our students.
Well, like the teachers have consulting teachers and the ANS has consulting principals, the support services professional growth system has professional growth consultants. We call them PGCs.
We determine if there's enough data and documentation to support underperformance concerns, or if there isn't. If there is not, we basically say to the referring supervisor or administrator, you haven't done your job. There's not enough data and documentation. This employee is going to return to their professional growth cycle. If there is, we provide an employee with up to 4 choices: the peer assistance and review process, PAR, the 90-day special evaluation process. They are provided with an opportunity to return to a previously held position of success, if available and applicable, or they can resign or retire. And that's not an option we usually promote, but as people begin to unpack their own thinking, some people realize that, maybe it's time. With PAR, an employee waives their grievance rights. They cannot grieve the outcome of the PAR process. With the 90-day process, the employee retains their grievance rights, so they can grieve the outcome of the process. MCPS and SEIU, in building this process, the thinking is, if we're going to invest this amount of time, energy, and effort in helping an employee get better, at the end of the process, they can't grieve the outcome of the process. They can only grieve if the process wasn't adhered to, but they can't grieve the outcome of the process. So that's critical.
The evaluation component of the professional growth system, while it's an important component, it's just one. There are other components there: retention, recruitment, mentoring, all of these things that go into a system, and that's what it is a growth system. This is hugely important for any employee to know that the organization or organizations that represent them, that are their employer, actually think about their folks, their people, their employees, their members' professional development.
When an employee feels supported, when an employee feels valued, when an employee feels like they're part of a process or part of a product, they're going to give and commit their time and energy in hopefully making sure you get a better end product. And so a school system that may not have 22,000 employees and 145,000 students, they can still invest time and energy in what we call human capital, because that's the most, I believe, the most valuable resource any organization has.